Day Live, everybody. Happy New Year. You know, the community and local artists are coming together for a special concert for Ukraine. The charity event is going to happen at Headliners January the 7th. It's going to benefit the Kentucky Refugee Ministries and specifically help Ukrainian refugees that now call Louisville home. I'm joined by Larry Smith with the Brass Pack. He's a manager and plays percussion. Johnny Edwards with the Doorway. Angela Katz with the Task Force for Ukraine, which was initiated by former Mayor Greg Fisher, and John Kohlinger, the Executive Director of Kentucky Refugee Ministries. You're kind of kicking off our new year, guys, just with this, I think, optimism, hope. What can we do to help other people, right? And I love that. And I mean, Larry, I guess that's the reason behind the whole background of the event, the
Yes.
why put this together.
Well, the Brass Pack exists because we were fans of a group from Russia and Ukraine called Leonid and Friends. And we actually got to open up for them at the Brown Theater just last June. And it's, you know, fast forward to October, we have this opportunity to play at Headliners, and we don't have all the material we need for that. And so we reach out to our friends at Doorway, and they said, hey, let's make this an event that can benefit the Ukraine Refugees Ministries, and therefore that's why we're here today.
Oh, wonderful. And Angela, you're from Ukraine, you are at the head of this task force that was put together. It's hard for me to believe we're almost approaching a year since this war started, and you really bring it all home for us that this is reminding us that we need to be helping the families here. Tell us a little bit about the background of the why this task force realized we have got to do something.
Well, a few weeks after Russia attacked Ukraine, Mayor Greg Fisher convened the task force. He asked his director for globalization, Kevin Lynch, to lead it. And I was invited on as someone who's from Ukraine and who has been a very proud Louisvillian for almost 30 years. Yes, for almost 30 years. I love Louisville, very proud to live here. And so we have put together a number of events. We have raised funds to send back to Ukraine, but at the end of spring and the summer, a number of refugees from Ukraine started to arrive in Louisville, and so now we're working to support them with KRM that hosts a lot of those refugees.
And John, you're at the heart and soul of this, you know, just here in Kentucky. Talk a little bit about the work that you do to make sure that they do feel like they're home. This is their new home, and what can we do to make sure things are comfortable?
Which is difficult because, of course, their minds are ever, present with Ukraine.
Wanting to return to home.
We have a lot of mothers and children, as you recall. Men of adult age weren't able to leave Ukraine, so their husbands and brothers and fathers are fighting, and there's been a lot reported on the tremendous mobilization in Ukraine of volunteers, not just battalions in combat, but people providing food and medical supplies. And so that's extended here, where we have our Ukrainian community who's really worked hard to kind of make the Ukrainian arrivals feel at home. And so it's just a great opportunity for Louisvillians to show their support for the Ukrainian
And how
people.
many Ukrainian refugees do you have that have been relocated here in Kentucky?
Ukrainians are admitted to family members, primarily sponsors. We have a couple of businesses who had employees in Ukraine who sponsored their computer engineers and other people to live here, but 150 or so in the Louisville area, even greater numbers in Lexington, Nicholasville, some in northern Kentucky, Bowling Green. So it's growing each week. Remember, there are 8 million Ukrainians, mostly in Europe. So it's and with the fighting and the attacks on civilian infrastructure, it's the prospect of a return in the short term is not bright. So.
Of course, this concert proceeds go to help these families and to help this cause, and of course, the party behind it, right? You guys. And I love the whole, Larry having you with the Brass Pack, Johnny with the Doorway. I mean, talk about having two very, very different background kind of bands there. I mean, I feel like that's a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just thrilled to have the opportunity, and do something for a good cause, give people a way to come out and support Ukraine, at the same time enjoy some
Why
good
did you want to
live
get
music.
involved with this when they said, will you be a part?
Well, you mean a part of this particular
Yeah.
show? Well, I love doing the doorway thing. It's
Yeah.
a tribute to the Doors. You'll never guess which part I play.
No.
And so, yeah, we do Doors music, and with Larry's group here doing more horn-based music, it gives you a really wide
That's a
range.
very wide
So
range.
Really excited about
Which
doing
I think it's going to bring a lot of people out, right? When you have like a couple different genres out there, it's going to attract people to come out. And Angela, I wanted to ask you too about the ribbons that you're wearing.
Yes, thank you. So I'm a teacher at Francis Parker School of Louisville. And when the war started, my colleagues, Rebecca Jones and Alyssa Shoemaker, and a number of students made these ribbons to sell and raise funds for Ukraine. So actually over this few months, we have been able to raise about $500 just from the sales of
Wonderful.
the ribbons. And we will be selling these ribbons at the event. And so here's
wanna have
one
one
for
too.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you so much. Yeah.
Thank you all for coming on today. And we want to, I know start of the year, we're getting people out for a really, really wonderful cause and reminding us this war continues and we have to continue supporting the families that are everywhere, but also especially here in the Louisville area. So just a reminder here, those tickets are on sale right now. That event is at Headliners January the 7th. Just go to headlinerslouisville.com for more information.